Hey, welcome back to my channel. The lighting is a little weird. I'm sorry. Let's see if we can fix that. I'm gonna be up and moving around a little bit in this video. Just dropped a pen. Um, so I've got some new books coming in, which means some of the old books have to go out. I just don't have the room for them. So I figured I'd do that. Make a video where I'm doing that, and then while I'm doing that, I can kind of talk to you guys about the madness that I find myself in. Um, so uh, I've been looking at different reading challenges. Uh, I didn't know about HYRCYED. I actually found out about HYRCYED from a different channel altogether, Freshly Reads. She was doing a live stream on one of her she was doing a live stream and she was talking about her own reading challenge. The plus one contract was one of my monthly favorites. We're gonna keep that. Um, but somebody mentioned on her video that they would do it if they weren't already doing HYRCYED. Um, and she said that she um had never heard of HYRCYED. At the time, I never had either. So uh, they kind of talked about that. This is the book I just got done finishing. The review for this will be up tomorrow, the 25th, I think. Yeah. Um, I've already made the review video for that one, and I've also made the end of month wrap up because I don't plan on reading any more for the rest of this month. I'm trying to get some things started. There's a bunch of um, things getting ready to change. And just things going on. We have like tomorrow um, we have some girls coming over for lunch. We also have a baptism to go to. Uh, we've got like 3 birthday parties in this week. Um, and then next month we're going up to Massachusetts for my husband's aunt's celebration of life party. His aunt passed away. Um, so there's that. Um, that's the real question. Some of these books, I don't know if these. I think I'm gonna leave these lower books down here, but these other books I'm gonna kind of move up. Um, haven't gotten to that one yet. Haven't gotten to that one yet. When Stars Explode. I remember that one. That one. I'm still getting rid of it. Not because I didn't like it, but because I think somebody else is going to enjoy it. But these that are going into the what's that border? These that are going into the tote are going to be going into free little libraries, and the ones that are more kid friendly are going to the church for our uh, swapping table. Paragon Exordium. That's a pretty good one. I don't know if I would give that to kids. This one I'll. I believe Crimson the Chroma Veiled was one of my monthly favorites. No, it was not. Okay. So that one actually can go. Catalyst is definitely not kid friendly. It was good though. Loving the stacks can go. Okay. That at least clears up a little bit of space to make room for some new books. I joked on Threads that my husband has said he didn't love me anymore because what he actually said was that I was not allowed to buy 4,000 books. That comment actually came. We have a revolving line of credit. Yeah, these aren't going to fit up here. Of credit on the house, and my should probably start checking these things. We have a revolving line of credit on the credit on the house that we can borrow against if for any house repairs. We actually got the loan in order to build our garage, and we got that paid off so that when the everything's falling apart over here. So that when the bless me, when the line of credit comes due to repay, it's in there. So he pointed that out, that the bill came in and said that we didn't owe anything because it was all paid back and everything, and it's about $40,000, and we did the math, and it's like, at $20 a book, that would take care of that would buy like 4,000 books, and he was like, "You are not buying 4,000 books," and that's how that whole conversation came about, and as you can see, I don't have room for 4,000 books, so that's just not gonna be a thing anyway. Okay. So these are my second chance books. These are books that, for one reason or another, I ended up DNFing. But I don't want to count them out just yet. Because I kind of want to revisit them, so I'm gonna probably go back and revisit them at another time. These came out of a TBR pool, which you will see. I actually did 3 TBR pools, but you're only going to see 2 of them. The first one, these 2 were part of. These obviously came off the bottom shelf there. The second pool, I actually had people on Threads pick a number. I showed a picture of the thing of the bookshelves, and they picked numbers, and these were the 4 that got picked. And then these are from the other TBR poll. So like I said, you'll see those in there. You can see them now. Obviously, I'm not one of those that I'm gonna show you to be like, these books are whatever, and then you don't get to see them. I hate it when booktubers do that. So as far as what's going on now, like I said, I was interested in some reading challenges, and um, the I didn't get into HYRCYED at the first time because when I did, I looked at it and quite frankly didn't see any way that I could make it work with the with the books that I already had and books that I was because I wasn't choosing the books. So it's kind of hard to choose books to go with HYRCYED when you don't have any control over which books you're going to get. Um, and then on top of that, um, I didn't. So I just didn't get into it at all. Um, and also by the time that her and Freshly Reads and I both found out about it, it was like 2 or 3 months before it ended. So we were kind of late to the game anyway. Um, that being said, uh, that is not as it cleared off quite. It looks like it's cleared off quite a bit of space, but it also doesn't look like it's cleared off anything at all. I've got a bunch of Christmas themed books up here that I also need to let go of, but I'm not doing that yet just because the uh I want to kind of go over that. I was thinking about going over them in December. Uh but I may go ahead and give them up. Just because like I said there's just not a lot of room up here and I've got so many more books coming in. Um so if you guys don't really know what I'm looking at here. Oh, I got to unplug the light here for a minute. Um I've got a when you see me looking up, this is what I'm looking at is my puppets and my bookshelves above my um desk. But um yeah, anyway, the HYRCYED challenge, like I said, I didn't know anything about it, and then when it came back up again, um once again, there was a lot of things that because of I was getting 100 books and it was just letting a wheel choose whichever books. It didn't seem like I could do the HYRCYED 2.0 challenge. And then I was just kind of binge watching BookTube and came across 52 Book Club. And they had a summer reading challenge. I actually thought it was this year's summer reading challenge. It was the Connected summer reading challenge, and basically they gave you a list of 21 books, except for they all had to connect to each other. So you start off with picking one book, and at the time I was about a quarter of the way through Race with a Rogue, so I decided Race with a Rogue was going to be my starting book. And then the next one is it has to share a word with the title of the second book, has to have a word in the title that is also in the title of the book before it. And based on what I have unwrapped already, which is one of the reasons why I did the other two TBR videos, was just to get a few books to have options with. Between what was here and what was on the Christmas list, the next one was A Walk in the Snow, um, using the word a. And I will absolutely count A in this because nothing else had walk in or snow in it uh, that I had pulled. And without just unwrapping all of the books, um, that's just where I was at that time. So, all right. So yeah, these four books, as of right now, When Stars Explode, uh, How to Live an Extraordinary Life with or Without Mr. Right, Chroma the Chroma Veiled, and Love in the Stacks. Those are going to the church because some of those are um, child. Uh, the Crimson the Chroma Veiled, I would have no problem with the kid readers that are reading. I wouldn't have any problem with them um, reading those. Actually, Fabled Remains would probably be, yeah, Fabled Remains can go. Like I said, Catalyst absolutely cannot. Um, Digital Extremities probably could. Um, and Wolves Whisper absolutely cannot. Oh, Leadership Lessons can. Okay, those can go to church. The rest are going into free little libraries. Ugh. Okay. So, as far as the reading challenge, what I have actually done is um hard mode is not something I am familiar with. I don't usually typically do anything on hard mode. I usually do things on expert mode. Am I an expert? Absolutely not, but here we are. Um so because I'm a glutton for punishment, apparently, what I decided to do was, well, all of these um reading challenges I'm jumping into late, and yeah, I could still do it. There's like no time limit. I can just do it for myself. But then her kid 3.0 may be coming up. Stephanie from QWERTY is still posting updates for her kid 2.0, so there's every reason to believe that her kid 3.0 is coming. um but also the 52 book club summer reading program will probably reading challenge will probably also start around the same time. So, and I definitely want to do those. So I decided that, ever the glutton for punishment, that what I would do is I would just go ahead and start May, well, a little before May, but I'm going to end my own personal challenge uh, probably May um 1st of next year. Um but what I decided to do is do Her Kid 1, Her Kid 2, and the 52 book club's summer challenge of 2025, which is the 21 connected um reading challenge. The To make it a little easier on myself, what I've decided to do is to not double up on anything. So with Her Kid 1 and 2, both of them have, for instance, the rainbow, uh, a red book, a orange book, a yellow book, on and on. Um, the only difference between the two is that the um, Her Kid 1 has brown. Her Kid 2 does not have brown, but it does have teal and light blue. And um, so I just kind of combined those to where I'm doing Her Kid Rainbow 2, and I'm just adding brown back into it, rather than having two books that are red and two books that are blue and whatever. Just sticking with one red copy and one blue copy and one whatever. So anything that was the same or similar from Her Kid 1 and Her Kid 2, I just combined them as to one thing. Um, and I know that if Her Kid 3.0 comes out, that some of these things will also still be the same. So I'm uh if she does another rainbow challenge or BIPOC challenge or um, represent, the representation, I'm not going to take, I'm not going to add those on to what I'm already doing. I will just keep going with what I have and just add anything from 3.0 to this one. And what I did is I made myself um just multiple bingo cards to cover everything. So instead of the HYRCYED bingo where it's like uh through the by the 100s and the series staircase and whatnot, I have individual squares that I can just sticker these. And I don't know how well you're going to be able to see these, but let's give it a shot. So those are my bingo boards as of right now. Um, I'm not adding to them as of right now because I thought my husband was coming in. Um, I'm not gonna add to it right now because, like I said, HYRCYED 3.0 and the 2052 book clubs um, summer book challenge is gonna be coming up potentially, and so when they do, I will add to it then. The only ones I don't have up here on the bingo cards is the queer rainbow representation, and the only reason I don't have those up just yet is because, first of all, like I said, I'm pretty sure she's going to have that represented um, in 3.0, and I'm already making this hard enough on me because, with the exception of over the last 10 years, that's the only one I'm allowing to double up is the years. So, like, um, A Race with a Rogue, I use that for women representation because it's involved with it talks about it's set in a time period of women's suffrage movement. And then I also applied it to 2000, printed in 2025. So the year that they were published is the only thing I'm doubling up on. Nothing else I'm allowing a double up, even when HYRCYED 3.0 and the 52 book clubs summer reading challenge drops. I'm not gonna allow for double ups other than year of publication. Some of the tape is starting to fall off. Um, and like I said, I'm making this hard enough on myself that rather than me going and trying to uh, just look for books that, with the exception of one, I'm not going to go looking for books that have a protagonist that is gay or trans or non-binary or anything like that. It'll be a lot easier if I go onto Threads, which is one of the reasons why I'm making this video. I've been on Threads and I told them, come over to, if you're following me on Threads and you're not subscribed on YouTube, go subscribe to my YouTube channel so you keep up with everything that's going on, and the things that I'm posting here in Threads makes more sense. For you guys that are here and not following me on Threads, whether you're subscribed or not, please be subscribed. Please subscribe. Um, Hit the notification bell, leave comments, engage. But for those that are here and watching me here and not following me on Threads, go follow me on Threads, because over there I'm going to be asking people for recommendations, because I think it'll be a lot easier on me if I just go over there and say, hey, I need books that have a gay protagonist. I need books that have a trans protagonist. And then I can just choose from those rather than me trying to search um, all over for a self-published or indie published book that is representative of one of those demographics. And most likely, when I'm the thing I like about posting those on Threads is that by posting them on Threads, not only am I getting uh I'm not only am I being involved in the book community on Threads, but I'm also supporting the indie authors over there who are constantly talking about their books, and some of them I'm just not going to see all of them uh organically. So it's easier to post out there and say, hey, if you have a book that you have self-published, that you have written, and the protagonist is transgender or non-binary, or meets one of the book meets one of these qualifications, and then I'm going to be very like, the post is going to be very centered on one thing. So it might be like a post saying, hey, I need a book that takes place in Australia, you know. Then the only books that will be in that um, recommendation, or the only books that should be in the comment section of that recommendation or that post, would be books featured in Australia, or books that feature that the protagonist is a transgender, or books that the main character is non-binary. And then I can just kind of like, okay, I just need a non-binary character uh, protagonist book. And so instead of trying to weed through one post for hundreds of books that may fit this or that representation, I can just, okay, these are the selections I have. This is what I'm going to go with. Um, the thing that was also in HYRCYED 1 and 2, and will most likely be in HYRCYED 3, is the new release challenge, which is the a new release each month. So that's another thing I'm going to be on threads asking for is, hey, does anybody have a uh, book that was released in July, that is being released next month in July, or next month in August, or next month in whatever? And they can all say, yeah, my book is coming out. It'll be available on this date. And then I can choose that book for that uh, particular prompt. So, like I said, if you are only seeing me on YouTube, please go over to Threads and sign up if you haven't already, and follow me. My tag is the same there as here, IndieAuthor Jill, and be looking out for those posts. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. It's free. It costs you absolutely nothing. And then we will go and see. So, like, I got, as you saw, I have four of these on here already. Like I said, two of them. One is women, and women representation, because the women's suffrages, and one is 2025, because A Race with a Rogue was um, printed in 2025. The uh, third one that is covered is a book that it's the Walk in the Snow. The book has the same word, shares a word in its title that was in the last title. And the fourth one is husband's pick, because in one of the TBR jars picks, my husband did pick a book, and that one is already labeled. So that's all I got for you guys tonight. I will talk to you later, and yeah, bye.